Welcome to our SWIC lab safety training. In this video, we'll cover some essential safety protocols to ensure secure and productive lab environments. Lab safety is our #1 priority, and that includes being careful with sharps, which are items that can puncture the skin, like needles, scalpels, broken glass, capillary tubes, and razors.
When using sharps, remember to handle them with extreme care to avoid cuts. Sharps also run the risk of injecting foreign materials into your skin, such as chemicals or pathogens. To stay safe, don't use excessive force when working with sharps. Always discard them into the proper container, like a red sharps container. It's puncture-resistant, closable, leak-proof, and properly labeled. Ask the lab tech for a sharps container if you're unable to find one. And please, never leave sharps unattended, or at the edge of a table where they could accidentally fall. Did you know that broken glass is the leading cause of cuts in the laboratory? Glass can be very sharp, so be careful. If you encounter broken glass, avoid picking it up with your hands if possible. Instead, use forceps and a dustpan and discard it into the designated broken glass box, which you can find in every lab room. If glass breaks in the sink, make sure the water is turned off first. Then, use forceps for larger pieces, and a small brush and dustpan for the rest. If glass breaks on the floor, a broom and dustpan should suffice. But always inform the lab technician so they can alert the custodians about potential glass shards. Now let's talk about blood-borne pathogens. There are nearly 20 of them, but 3 are particularly important: hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, and the human immunodeficiency virus. For infection to occur, there must be a mode of transmission from the source to the host, meaning there must be an entrance for the pathogen to invade. All human blood should be treated as if it's infectious for blood-borne pathogens, but several factors influence the risk of infection after exposure, including the individual's health status, the volume of blood exchanged, the virus's concentration, as well as the depth of the cut or penetration. If a student is cut during class, they should inform the instructor immediately. Students should then flush the wound of any contaminants under running water. If a chemical, dye, media, or preservative has accidentally entered the cut, be sure to squeeze the wound while flushing with water. If necessary, apply an ointment like Neosporin to prevent infection, and then cover with the bandage. Cover the wound with sterile pads or towels directly and apply pressure to the cut. If possible, elevate the wound above the heart. When it comes to blood-borne pathogens and sharps, we want to make sure everyone stays as safe as possible. By following the lab rules and guidelines, you reduce your risk of being cut and increase the chances of having a positive experience in the SWIC labs.